have the one and only Matt Rogers back in the house. What's up, buddy?
What's up?
How you doing?
I am the one and only, but I don't think it's for the same reason.
It's probably not for the same reason. Just in this industry. Let's keep it there.
I guess.
Man, catch me up. How you doing? Like, we didn't even get to talk before the show. We're just like going live.
It is. I'm excited. I'm excited to hang out with you in October. It sounds like we're going to be chilling in a frat house in Orlando.
Sounds like it. 14 dudes in a house, but there's gonna be a lot of content going on. That's for sure.
There is going to be a lot of content.
People are bringing, like, we have like 3 or 4 videographers coming. It's gonna be wild.
Yes, it's going to be weird. I feel like it's going to be a little Big Brother. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, it is. It's gonna be fun though.
We should make some type of like competition that impacts all of us while we're there. Do you know what I mean? That's shared content. There's going to be some type of victor at the end. I feel like it needs to have something to do with voting. And I feel like it needs to feel a little bit like Lord of the Flies. That's
That's actually a really good idea. It's good. Like I said, that we have a couple days of straight content. There's just gonna be cameras
do.
everywhere.
We do. I think we should just need to set our videographers free to gather this behind the scenes like shit talking that's going on from room to room. It'll feel like the Real World or Road Rules from like way back in the day,
But
early
in Pest
good
Control,
MTV, but Pest Control. Yeah,
it's
100%.
gonna be. I'm actually really excited about it. And Pest World is usually fun anyway. Just to get to catch up with everyone. It's always fun, and you put everyone in a house.
Yes, it's going to be pretty wild.
But it's a good idea. It's gonna be good. It's a good idea, and like you have a lot of people who are doing big things, so it's just cool to get like-minded people in the same place and just talk strategy for a couple days.
I actually thought that Travis was full of shit when he said he was going to be able to find a place that had like 15 rooms. And I was like, bro, what place has, even in Orlando, has 15 like just rooms that's like decent? That's not going to feel like some type of like weird brothel or something like that, But when he sent the picture, I was like, are you shitting me?
Place is super dope too,
It is super
which
dope.
won't hurt the content.
Nope, not at all. So, yeah, man, I'm excited about October. It has been a wild, wild year, and I'm grateful to actually come and talk to you a little bit today because I'm doing everything I can to grab every megaphone I can to talk to PCOs about what's going on in digital marketing right now because all of the change that's happening in digital marketing happened in the middle of everybody's season. And I think that a lot of PCOs are kind of starting to feel the pressure and the weight of these changes because AI is agnostic to pest control. And so is Google. Google did all of its changes last year, like right in the middle of our season. And so all of these things have big impacts. And I'm just trying to get everybody as aware of how they need to be thinking about some of this stuff as much as possible. And it is a chore because even clients that work with us currently like still aren't listening. I'm sending out like personal videos to some of our clients, like begging them to listen to the things that I'm saying so they're not freaking out and so they can switch their mindset, their battle strategy a little bit for digital marketing, and it's still not working. So I'm trying all the things, man. It's been a crazy year for sure.
Yeah, and you reach out to me and you're like, hey, there's a lot of stuff changing. Like, everyone needs to hear this. You mind getting me out? I'm like, dude, let's roll.
Let's do it. So I'll start wherever you want to start, but
Yeah, just like catch us up. Like, we've been, I don't know, I didn't even look to see how long ago it's been since we talked. It has actually been, it's been a couple months,
yeah, hasn't been too long.
but I remember the last time this happened, we were having issues with my podcast setup, so I did it from upstairs.
That's right. Big crazy issues, but it still worked, which means it was meant to be. We were always meant to be friends.
That's right.
But even between that podcast and this one, almost everything behind the scenes from digital marketing has completely changed. You know how sometimes people will say stuff like that to like pique the interest of the listeners so that they pay close attention, create urgency, shock value. What? No, bro, we are reeling as much as the PCOs or the other, service industry business owners that we work with. They're reeling, right? And we're racing to try to catch up with how technology is impacting what we do.
It's almost got to be impossible to keep up because it's like changing so fast in the tech world.
Well, think about this and like love to the PCOs. PCOs, I love you. Okay. I'm from here. I get you. I know how hard it is, how hard you work, and how difficult it is to think about things critically for a long period of time because you're normally doing like 12 or 15 other things at any given moment. Right. But let's be real. This industry in particular is slow to innovate. We've seen that even in terms of the CRMs that we use and linking in these different channels that we do to get one clear, concise platform that can do X, Y, and Z all from the front of the house all the way to the back house. It's taken us forever to get here. And I feel like we're close, but man, right, with the monopolies in this industry and the startups in other industries and people grabbing for API keys and all this kind of stuff, it's a mess, right? We're slow to innovate anyway. And the problem that I'm really finding, again, with respect and love to my PCOs, is it's compounding how quickly PCOs are jumping on board because technology is like rapidly and aggressively going forward, right? Faster than I've ever seen it. I was just on with Danny recently doing a podcast talking about this AI revolution. And its impact on digital marketing. The second renaissance is what I'm calling it. I was here for the first one. That's what we talked about on the podcast when people went from traditional marketing and flirted with digital marketing, right? Like Google Business Profile. What is a Google Guarantee ad? Why do I need to build reviews on my business profile? I was there for that, right? And that we had so much time to get on board with that. And PCOs finally got on board with that. But artificial intelligence is like rocket fuel and it's leaving PCOs in the dust. And some of that is the fault of how quickly the technology is moving. But some of that honestly rests on how slow PCOs can be to change sometimes. And I'm hoping that by grabbing all these megaphones again, thanks for letting me come and hang out with you. By heading out to Pest World and talking to people about it, by doing a masterclass with Danny on the impacts of AI on digital marketing, I'm hoping we're catching people's attention so that people can start to catch up because it's heartbreaking for me to see PCOs who are working as hard as they do fall behind and compound that falling behind by unwillingness to change. Right? It's truly heartbreaking. They work too damn hard not to reap the rewards of how hard they work. Right? And so, yeah, there's been a lot that's happened between the last time that we hung out and this time. And I'm assuming before I see you at the frat house in Orlando, there's going to be more changes that I'm going to be trying to keep.
And it seems like every day there's a new software. Every day there's something new dropping. ChatGPT 5
Bro,
like it's constantly moving
yeah,
so fast. And
constantly.
it's only gonna,
And
like you said, it's only gonna go faster.
it's only going faster. It's not just Chat and Gemini anymore. Those are going to be the big ones, but all of these little guys are popping up all over the place that are starting to take their share of the pie. It is like I'm like a history buff. It's probably my dad's genetic material, but it's like the westward expansion when America got started. Right, everybody's driving out west because they wanted to get there, find their gold mine, and stake their claim. Right, that's what's happening in AI for sure. Everybody is taking advantage of this new gold rush and they're staking their claim. And so there's tools that are built to deal with the tools that were just built like a month ago, right? And so it's definitely a challenge
Yeah.
for
And there's
sure to
so
keep up
many
with.
tools, right? And they're constantly coming at you with ads or calling or email, LinkedIn, whatever. Like in PCOs, probably just don't even know where to start. Like,
To
what's the good one?
begin,
What's a
it's
bad one?
intimidating.
Yeah.
Bro, it's intimidating as shit. For me, what helps me is I follow. Do you like subscribe to any Substacks?
I don't know. Danny's talked about him a lot, and I don't.
He's such a dork about that stuff,
He
and I love it.
is.
Shout out Danny.
Yeah.
But I follow a couple of Substacks in particular that are constantly evaluating and testing where AI is at in real time. And honestly, if I didn't have that, while this at the same time we're trying to grapple with that internally as a digital marketing company, as well as trying to keep our clients up to date with how these changes impact them, I would just be like lost. I don't know how I would keep up with it myself. Katie's always like, "Get off your phone, Matt," and I'm like, "But I can't. Things are changing. Leave me alone. I gotta stay up to date."
But it's like, remember when, like, and you probably, maybe this is before your time even, but when the internet just came out
Yeah,
and
no,
people,
yeah,
and people like weren't adopting the internet. And this is even like even before my time, but just I'd hear stories like the service industry people that were slow to move, but the ones that did get on the platform, they look back and like some my mentor himself, he's like, I don't know how you guys do it now. He's like, I don't know if I could ever do it again. He's like, I just was at the right place at the right time, and he went online. He had a website before anyone else did, and he just blew up like literally like overnight. I feel like that's kind of where we're at with AI. Are you sick of paying marketing agencies and not getting results? Well, we are hosting the #1 step-by-step class on how to attract and generate sales without paying a marketing agency or having a huge budget. Most lawn care and pest control owners get stuck at a ceiling because they're dealing with outdated systems or relying on guesswork waiting for the phones to ring. Our upcoming class this Thursday provides proven strategies to generate hundreds of leads without a huge budget. We'll show you how to build a predictable system to grow past $1 million. We show you how to automate your marketing. We'll also teach you how to delegate and build your team so you have more time. So click the link in the description below. Trust me, you're not going to want to miss this. This is the one thing that I wish I had learned a lot sooner. Now, let's get back to the show.
I said this to somebody recently. It was a partner, actually, no shade, a partner that just parted ways, our client that just parted ways with us. They had hedged all of their bets on PPC. Okay. PPC is at the bottom of the food chain right now. Okay. LSA, your Google business profile, and SGE is above that, right? Now, right? And still an important tool, but it's not the most important tool. And he
For the
hedged all of
listeners,
his
what is
bets.
SGE?
That's it's kind of tough to describe. So I'm gonna kind of break it down. It's search generative experience. Okay. And that's search generative experience is how an AI tool, I guess the simplest way to explain it, will grab information that's necessary to offer it to the user, right? How you construct content needs to be thought of in terms of your SGE. That's AI powered search format that uses generative AI to create summaries or answers for the user. Okay. So the pecking order now is SGE. It's going to be the king of the hill for a very long time. Okay. It used to be LSAs, right? Right underneath that is LSA. And all of these things are empowered and informed by your Google business profile. Your Google business profile is the bridge between traditional SEO, which is now AEO and AIO and GEO, right? And your paid search activities. That's the bridge. So if you're not playing those three games, which this client was not, they are dissatisfied with the results, right? So they parted ways with us. And as they were leaving, I'm trying to convince him. I'm doing everything that I can to convince him. Please, 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 please listen to me. And it broke my heart to hear him so disheartened, because it's not that his budget was too small; it's that his commitment to be, to your point, in the right place at the right time was so small. A little guy can swing up on the big guys right now, right now. A small business can all of a sudden have access to some brass knuckles when they're going into the boxing ring with these big guys that are much slower to change,
I was
right?
just gonna say, and that's the advantage we have as a small business. Is like when we need to make a turn or a shift, we can do it quick. It's like trying to turn a small boat versus a large yacht. You just you get that big boat, it takes a full 24 hours to turn the thing around.
Exactly. How salty can I be on this podcast? If I can be salty, I'll tell you exactly what I told
Let's
him at
do
the
it.
end.
Let's
Okay.
probably make it
Right
really
at the
good
end.
short.
I was begging him. I was begging him. I was like, please listen to what I'm saying. I know that you're scared of the big guy. I know that you seem like a little guy in a little pond. But if you'll trust me and listen to me, AI is going to give you those brass knuckles, and you can step, my exact words, you can step into the boxing ring. You can fuck that guy up. And you can. You can. You really can. And so this particular client, hedged his bets on the worst tool, and he did it for the worst of the tools that are available right now. And he did it for several months. Wouldn't take my advice. My client, right? I'm out here advocating for change in digital marketing, and my own client won't pay attention to what I'm saying. But
And I feel like that's hard too because it's been this way for so long. People don't like change as it is, especially like you said in the PCO world. No,
we're so
all
slow.
love. Yeah, it's
God
all
bless us.
love.
All
But
love.
most of them are operators, and they're not into tech, and they like to do their thing, and they just expect to spend some money in the Google. They're spending money on Google, and clicks are just going to come. Yeah, but the world is changing. And Gary Vee said, I think Gary Vee said it yesterday or the day before, in 2028, if you're not making content, you'll just be gone. You won't even be you'll be gone.
It's the name of the game. Yeah, 100%. You said it so perfectly. A PCO has that moment to position themselves in the right place at this time, and they can really take off. And all of our clients that are doing that, and it's not all of them, so I'm not going to paint this like rosy picture. I'm still begging plenty of them, right? All of our clients that are taking full advantage of how AI impacts their SEO, their AIO, their AEO, I'm sorry, their GEO, and impacts their paid search are reaping crazy rewards. I'll give you two markets. Eric Bissett, shout out Eric Bissett. His
Eric.
cost per yeah, Eric, his cost per qualified lead right now, Jonas, qualified, not cost per lead. His cost per qualified lead right now is $74. Okay, qualified, right? Another one, he's in the Portland market, right? Another one in the Florida market. Florida is worse than Arizona, right? Florida is terrible. If when PCO is like, I'm gonna go stake my claim in Florida, bro, you better be using AI to swing up because my God, you've got competition, right? It's just as bad as the AZPPO, right? Just as bad. We've got a client, we've got another one starting with us soon, but a client that's in Florida that's got a $107 cost per qualified lead, right? Happy as a clam. My dad would say he's sitting in the catbird's chair.
How many times did you spend $107?
All the time for this guy. He'll spend $107 to get an $800 termite plus general pest control contract all day long, right? He'll do it all day long. So our clients that are taking advantage of how they need to shift their gears, which I want to touch on a little bit with you, but how they need to shift their gears and how they need to think about how AI impacts and trust us to do the work, they are sailing on, and they've put themselves in the right place at the right time. So good on them. God bless them. I hope more PCOs do it, especially PCOs that listen to you, that trust you.
And that's why I always say, like I said this a million times, like in my opinion, you have to have three mentors at all times. You have one that's been there and done it that can help you through all the black holes that they've been through. Number two is someone who's roughly the same size, who can push you every day to day and make you better. And then person who's younger in the tech world that knows their stuff that can keep you pushing forward. Because as you age, no matter how old you get or I get, like tech just follow. It hasn't followed us closely. Where you're like it's like little kids. Like I'm never gonna be like that dad, but then you come to be like that dad. It's the same thing in business, and like we're doing our thing, and tech world just kind of passes up. So we have friends like you and Danny, just say, hey, this is what you guys need to be doing, and keep pushing you guys forward. So that's just my recommendation. I always have three mentors.
Yes, I love that. I freaking love that. I've only got two of those three that you listed, so that makes me. Once I'm done, I'm gonna go make some phone calls.
Hey, will you be my mentor? Yo, you're 14, perfect.
Hey, hey, yep. So, I think is probably the next best place to take it is what the shift in mindset looks like. How do we measure now versus how we measured 4 months ago? How do we measure now versus how company would measure when I met with you last on this podcast, right? So the KPIs are different now, and I just wanted to hit a couple of those, right? And that this is a problem for PCOs because the technology has already left our PCO family behind, especially PCOs that are unwilling to engage, right? And it's impacted the results of any digital marketing company that you're working with. It's impacted the results that you are seeing. And if you haven't shifted your mind, PCOs, please pay attention. If you haven't shifted your mind on which KPIs you need to be paying attention to right now, you're going to think that the digital marketing company that you're working with is full of shit, and you're going to do the worst thing ever. You're going to shift gears or jump boat into another digital marketing company, and we are a dime a dozen, and I get it, right? You're going to jump in with another digital marketing company. You're going to start the onboarding process all over again, right? And you're going to do it in the middle of your season. And it's all because you have falsely assumed that, and hopefully your digital marketing company is up to date. You need to ask them questions about AI, right? But you may have falsely assumed that your digital marketing company has done something wrong, right? By virtue of the fact that you are not aware of the KPIs that you need to be paying attention to. And in some respects, your digital marketing company may not be up on this shit either. If you're working with a mom and pop, like single man, good on you and help them out, man. Small business, do it, right? But if they are not doing their work, if they're not staying up at night, if their wife isn't on their shit about reading Substacks when I should be doing the dishes after dinner, right? Then you could be in a handful of trouble. So
Hey, just real quick, Matt. You know that you can hire people to do that, right?
yes, it's so true. I should, but I feel like
I just giving
especially
you a
if
hard time.
I should. But I feel like especially in our industry, I get asked the questions so often, and if I don't know how to answer them, I feel like responsible in some respect. That's probably pressure I'm putting on myself.
For
To be
sure.
fair.
I meant you could hire people to do your dishes, so you can
Oh
focus
no, I
more
can't.
on.
I can't do that. No, I can't do that. My wife would kill me. She is like frugal McDougal, bro. She will not spend a dime if we don't have to. So God bless her. Yeah.
Don't worry, Matt loves you.
I love you. I love you, Katie, if you're watching this podcast. So the last time we met, okay, these are the KPIs that would have been important: rankings, right? Impressions, and CPC or CPL, right? Cost per lead, or cost per click, right? These are the three big ones that would have been the top of everybody's report that they get back from their digital marketing company. There's more, but I just kind of want to hit on those three so we can keep it simple because they're kind of the big ones for me. The thing that's changed now is instead of focusing on CPL or cost per lead, you should be focusing on CPQL. I just published this on our Instagram a couple days ago. CPQL, cost per qualified lead, right? This is a tricky one to measure. You have to work with your digital marketing company to measure this, and they have to have access to the closing ratio and the closing information of your sales team, right? If you're holding that information from them, and bro, I've got a client, it's one of our big ones too, that just love to gatekeep sales information to kind of keep us in the dark, right? You know who you are. I know you're listening too. But it's hard to pin down cost per qualified lead without the help and the information from your sales team. So this is why that's important now. That bridge that we talked about earlier, your Google business profile connects your paid search activities and connects your SEO, your AEO, your AIO activities, right? These two worlds have crashed together since the last time that we spoke. And if you're doing any type of digital marketing right now, you have to be doing both, right? That's one of the slowest places PCOs are to invest, right? They're not engaged in SEO. They think it's just stupid slow game, right? And it
Drives me
is not. It
crazy.
is it I know, me too. It is the answer to the future. One of them for sure, one of the bigger ones, right? And so
Because, like,
now
explain that just because the AI is gonna be scraping all of your entire website. Is get as much data as possibly you can, and the person who has the more content, this is just me thinking as a PCO, but, like, to pull all the content from your website, whoever has the most content published, blogs, content, videos, whatever, is gonna pull that data and rank you for Google or wherever.
the people that have been making that investment over time, and it used to be a slow game, the people that made their investment are reaping all the rewards for it right now. Eric Bissett is reaping the rewards for that right now, right? He never let off the gas on his SEO, even when it was a slow game. So now there's like this rich reservoir in his market of information that the SGE can pull from to give those answers to the user, right? And so here's what's happened, right? Before, you would measure your PPC activity and you would measure your SEO activity separately, right? When you get your reports at the end of the month from your digital marketing company, these are my cost per lead for Bing, for PPC, for LSA, right? For Meta, right? For Angie's List, God forbid. This is how much each one of those leads cost, and this is how many leads I got, right? And then you would look at your SEO report and say, this is how many people filled out a form online. This is how many phone calls came from the information online. But because AI, the SGE, the AI overview is helping people make a decision before they even get to your website, and sometimes before they even get to your business profile, you have to measure these things together. So you have to measure how many total leads your digital marketing company created for you against the closing ratio of your sales team. That's your cost per qualified lead. Eric Bissett's cost per qualified lead is $73. I don't. How many PCOs do you know that would pay $73? And I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to get too many PCOs excited, because the reason that Eric's cost per qualified lead is $73 is because he's been playing this game for a minute, right? He didn't just start, and he's not jumping from company to company until he gets what he's looking for. We have made the commitment. He has made the commitment, and we've both done the hard work to get him there, right? So CPQL, that's the first KPI, not CPL, CPQL. Second one is impressions in the AI overview. That's your SGE snippets, right? When AI grabs information, the question, and I ask, I test ChatGPT and Gemini all the time. It'll give me information. I'm like, oh, thanks. Where did you get this information from? I wanted to source it every time, because it's teaching me I go in and I look at and I evaluate, where did you get this information? Did you why did you grab it from here, right? That's all those summaries. You need a digital marketing company that is building content for you, that is structured to help SGE grab your information, right? Help the AI overview grab your information, right? That's something you need to a KPI you need to be measuring. And then another one, this is big. And this, think about this from your business's perspective. Branded search, right? Branded search volume is really important for AI right now. Before, when we met last, companies would only have branded search campaigns when they were trying to increase the cost per conversion for competitors that were bidding on their brand. So let's pretend I'm your competitor, and you knew that every time you searched your brand in your market, my ads were showing up. That's a branded, I was bidding on your brand name, right? Now, AI loves experience, expertise, authority, and trust, right? If you have a branded campaign, which is very important these days, that's flagging to AI that you have trust, right? And that's helping it offer your LSAs. That's helping it offer your business profile. That's helping offer you on the map pack, and that's helping offer you in the structured snippets, that AI overview, right on top. So having a branded search campaign is something that our PCOs need to be doing like right now, not just to keep competition out of your hair, but also to make sure that you're flagging to AI, hey, pay attention to me. We've got a lot of trust in this market, right? I'll give you a great example. This is not from the PCO world. We just landed, and I'm so excited. Flat rate movers out of Manhattan, the largest moving company in Manhattan, right? And they've got other markets that they're exploring, and hopefully we get to get into those with them. But they have built this. I'm so excited because they have been running because they're so big, they've been running branded search campaigns for the longest, right? So I don't have to convince them that they've been trying to keep their competitors out of their business. That's how they stay on top of the hill. So I didn't have to go into this meeting to convince them that they needed to do this activity. They've been doing it this whole time. And so I get to, as their digital marketing company, on top of the other strategies that we're going to build to help them, I get to reap the benefits of them taking their branded campaigns seriously. It's going to be freaking awesome. I can't, and they spend a lot of money on branded search campaigns. So God bless them and thank you. Then the fourth one is your local map pack visibility. Your map pack is when you start scrolling down Google, it's the relationship between your business profile and the map, how you appear on the map, right? Showing up on Google Maps is going to be a key indicator of how well your digital marketing company is doing, right? And we do something very specific to help our clients show up on the map pack. And my competition, there's a couple of digital marketing companies that are like on my ass all the time. You know who you are. I'm not giving away any more trade secrets. Screw you. So there's a very specific activity that we do to help our clients stay optimized on the map pack. That's a KPI that you can measure, that your digital marketing company should be feeding you at the end of every month to let you know. I know that things have shifted. I know that you're seeing things move around in terms of KPIs, but if you're keeping up with those 4 KPIs, you can rest assured, per Matt Rogers, right, that your digital marketing company is on top of the shit and they're working on it and they're keeping up with AI. Does that make sense?
Sure does. Makes sense to me. Hopefully, it makes sense to listeners.
Cool. Me too. Me too, man. Please listen to us. My God. The kind of second point I wanted to talk to your friends about is the tactics for now SEO or AEO or GEO or AIO, right? It's SEO that's impacted by AI, right? Before, you would just stuff blogs or homepages or landing pages with a shit ton of keywords, right? And you would think to yourself when you got your report, I rank for 3,200 keywords. I rank for 4,600 keywords. I'm awesome. And that was, your domain authority was high, and that's awesome. AI doesn't give a shit about any of that anymore, right? It wants to grab information, it wants to grab it quickly, and it wants to offer it in the AI overview. So your digital marketing company needs to build content for you on your website and in your business profile that supports that exercise, right? So the first thing, I talk about this a lot, is EEAT: experience, expertise, authority, and trust. All content that's created for you should support 3 to 4 of those pillars every time. Okay. Those are the 4 pillars of artificial intelligence: EEAT: expertise, experience, authority, and trust. Hyperlocal content, especially for, I'll use Proof as an example. Proof has got a huge footprint, right? And they're growing. And so it's hard when you occupy that many markets to stay hyper local. So the game has to change, right? We've got to be hyper local with every one of their branches, right? Not just one branch at a time per month, not just treat them as a national company now, because they're not, right? Even though they're growing in their footprint, we've got to create hyper local content for each one. So what does that look like? I live in the Matthews Mint Hill area, right? I need the content that we create needs to address cities, street names, activities, businesses that are local in the area, right? It needs to include parks. All of that stuff has to be included in each one of these pieces of content that's being created to help AI boost the performance of your Google business profile, which is the bridge for artificial intelligence. Okay. Internal linking and topic clustering. You've got an old website, Proof's got, oh my God, Proof's website. Woo. So I got here when I'll spill some tea. When I got to Lizard, Alan had just started Lizard. I took the place of another guy behind me, right? And they had just started to redesign their website. It was a hot mess. They had just pulled it out of Scorpion. Shout out Scorpion. Don't be pissed at me. But they had just pulled their website out of Scorpion. Alan was furious with this whole experience there, and they had to recreate their website, and it was a tangled mess. And in a lot of respects, it's an older website. So it's like a Wikipedia of pest control that covers 10 markets, right? 10 metros, right? Huge website.
I know what that's like.
It's a mess, going in and restructuring your website to support AI is a chore for your digital marketing company, because how people did it the last time that you and I met and how it needs to be done now is different. And this is one of the ways it's different. Internal linking and topic clusters are kind of the name of the game right now, right? Linking related service pages and blogs together so that AI understands what you are an expertise in. EEAT is the pillar of artificial intelligence. Google Business Profile is the bridge that connects your SEO, AEO, GEO activities and your paid search activities, right? When you are creating internal linking and clustering content together on your page, you are letting AI know that I am an expert of termites, right? In my market, right? We use this particular machine. We are injecting into the ground. We have explained this particular process, multiple pages, and when the SGE grabs information from this page, it can see that this blog is linked to 10 other blogs on that page, and it's also linked to the not private, public landing page that's just for termites on your business profile, right? It used to be, let's create backlinks. Your PCOs will know what a backlink is, right? And that's not important anymore. So don't get hung up on backlinks like you used to. I'm just letting you know. If you start harping on me about backlinks, I'm gonna let you know. Okay, don't call me. Don't call me. Uh, uh, Now the game is internal linkings and content clusters. That's what lets one of those four pillars activate when AI is scanning past your website and it's notifying the AI overview. Your site's got to be fast as shit. Okay, fast, right? Most websites jumped even between last year and this year from traditionally about 74% mobile devices to desktop devices to 86%. And that's only going to climb as the boomer generation starts to wean off of consumerism in this particular way. Millennials will be the next to step up to the plate. We're all used to staring down at this thing. This is how we make our buying decisions. Your mobile site has to be clean, has to be solid, has to be fast as shit, right? Because AI is not going to wait on a landing page that takes 12 seconds to get in. It's not. It's going to move on to the next place that can get it information.
How fast should it be?
It needs to be, sub two, definitely sub 2 seconds, preferably sub one, right? Boom, and it needs to show up, right? Because what's AI going to do? Google is not going to lose its market share, right? Google is not going to just be like, oh, all these advertisers used to give us money, but now that AI is here, we're just going to let it disappear, right? Google is going to keep its market share. It's going to fight like hell to make ChatGPT and all these other little mom and pops work for it. What the business owner needs to know is that if the SGE, the AI overview, is quickly trying to grab this information to offer it to the user by virtue of its business model, right? then it is your job as the PCO and your digital marketing company's job to make sure that we are doing everything possible to make sure that they pick us. And one of the ways that they pick us and don't look over you and go to the next PCO in your market that has a faster loading website, right, is to make sure that your shit is greased lightning. Okay, so that's number four. And then you need to prepare in your mind as the PCO for what is being referred to as the zero click search, right? The zero click search. How many times? I mean, honestly, Jonas, how often do you use ChatGPT?
Every day, all day long. I don't even go to Google anymore, honestly.
I know. ChatGPT and Gemini are the tip top for me. I've got other tools like N8N and stuff like that I'm using on the regular. But it's very rare that I get down into a site to grab what I'm looking for. I allow AI to give me the information to consolidate the information that I'm looking for. Me and Alan have an interesting project that we're working on right now. I can't spill a bunch of tea about it yet. We have an interesting project working on right now, and it's way outside of my purview. Things I don't understand about business, right? I'm confessional about that. I was able to feed Chat a PDF yesterday and be like, "I need you to explain this to me, like I am a fifth grader and have no idea what's going on inside this document. Will you help me?" And it sure did. It sure did. I was like, I see. This is going to be a problem, Alan. We need to fix this. Um, the zero click search is how PCOs need to be thinking. So, what does that impact when you're getting your report from your digital marketing company? That means site traffic is going to start to go down, right? Don't piss your pants when site traffic goes down, okay? If your digital marketing company is doing their job, and I hope that they are, your information is showing up in those structured snippets in the SGE and the AI overview, and you're giving the consumer information that they need and your business profile, that bridge between SEO and PPC, that's showing up, right? And so those things are showing up. So your conversions should not have diminished, but your impressions, your traffic will have. That's how you know your team is doing a good job. You'll know they're not doing a good job if your conversions have diminished and your site traffic has diminished. Then you need to say to yourself, I must be one of those PCOs that's either working with a digital marketing company that doesn't know what the shit they're doing, or I myself am too afraid to change and go ahead with the times, right? So even if clicks drop, even if impressions drop, the SGE and the map keep your brand visible and alive, right? That's how you know that your digital marketing company is doing their job. So those are the things, those are the tactics for this new world that we're living in right now.
Wow, there's a lot to unpack there. But my first thing is, I have two questions. One would be short, like, how does video impact AI these days?
Content. So I made all that content with
Danny.
Paul.
Oh,
Yeah,
Paul.
no,
Yeah.
Danny, but Paul before that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I reached out to Dylan recently and Paul, and was like, "This content is it's losing its relevance, the shelf life, right? Some of the things that we've said have changed dramatically. So I hope your PCOs aren't going too far back into the plethora of information that's been put out there from me personally, because you need to keep up, right? But one of the things that Paul and I did talk about, is true then and is true now, is content will be king. Gary Vee is right. Content will be king, right? Creating a branding messaging that's going out into your market by virtue of videos, by virtue of podcasts, and staying consistent and on top of this shit is going to be what triggers one of those four pillars: expertise, experience, authority, and trust. If you're working on your branded messaging, you are building trust, right? The reason, and this is on Eric, this isn't even on us at Natura. One of the reasons that we are able to kind of coast off of each other with digital marketing, strong company with a strong digital marketing partner, is because they are wonderful at creating content and putting it out there in Instagram and TikTok and Facebook, on YouTube. They're building content, they're putting it out there all the time just for fun, right? They're building branded messaging, they're tying it to their website. You're building trust, one of the four pillars. So if you're a PCO and you're not doing it, do it. Buy that cheap, it's like $20 on Amazon to get a mic that plugs into the bottom of your phone, little fuzzy mic. I've been doing that myself, right? Because I can't pay Ben all the time to come do these like high end things for me all the time. Like, shit, you're getting expensive, buddy. I got to start doing some stuff on the cheap. So I grabbed a mic. I grabbed a little plug-in for the bottom of my phone. I grabbed a little tripod for my phone. Make content, right? Keep making content, because that's the name of the game going forward.
Yeah, I agree 100%. And we went all in on content a couple years ago, and thankfully we did then, and we're
Thank
just not
God,
letting off the
because you
gas.
set yourself up for success, right? Who would have known this is where we would be? I didn't even know this is gonna where we were gonna be the last time we met.
But honestly, 5 years ago, my mentor was telling me, you got to do content, you got to do content, you got to do content. And then finally, 3 years after he told me, I'm like, okay, let's do content. So again, I missed out in the first 3 years, but he's been doing content for the last, I mean, since Google started or since YouTube started, he's been on making content. It's incredible, and he's reaped all the rewards. Okay, so there's, like I said, there's a ton of information that you just gave us, and so now I'm listening as a PCO, a business owner. I don't even know. Like, let's just say I'm thinking like them. Like, I don't even know what to do. What's my next move, Matt?
What's your next move? So the next monthly report that you get, if I've piqued your interest and you're taking me seriously, okay, when you get the next report, look for those KPIs. Talk to your digital marketing company about those KPIs that we talked about in this interview. If they are not on your report, ask them to make sure that they're on your report. Because if you do that, you're going to start to be ahead of the game. You're going to start to force your digital marketing company to pay attention to this shit. And you yourself will have, by virtue of this activity, already gotten into the mindset of these are the things I need to pay attention to. This is where things are going versus where things were. Okay, so you're shifting, you're evolving, you're going forward. First thing you need to do is focus on those KPIs. There's more of them, but those are the big ones for me, right? CPQL, impressions in the AI overview, branded search volume, and local map pack visibility, right? Your PPC, your pay per click activities still matter. Your SEO activities still matter. Don't let off the throttle there. Okay. If you're doing SEO and you're a PCO, our acronyms are starting to smash into each other. Jesus. If you're doing SEO and you're a PCO, good on you. Keep at it. Make sure that the digital marketing company that you're working with is doing your SEO with AI in mind. Okay. Talk to them about that. Have these conversations. Don't be afraid. I talked to a guy that came to us yesterday. We just signed up another big company out of Florida, which I'm super excited to get working with because it's easy when we're already having a lot of progress in Florida to be like, yeah, we're figuring out Florida, right? Florida sucks. So God bless you. You guys got iguanas and alligators and shit down there. But we're figuring out digital marketing. And so it's great to be able to say that. So this guy's coming on board with us. And the reason that he left his last digital marketing company, these are his words. He'd been listening to some of the things I'd been putting out. He's pressing his digital marketing company to come up with some answers on these things, and they couldn't. And it gave him the creeps, right?
That was one of the that was one of the next things I was gonna say. Actually, I still have friends in the industry that I talk to that don't even get a report.
Jesus, Jesus, get out of town, man. My God. My God. I mean, that's how Lizard that was the birth of Lizard, right? Uh, I won't spill too much tea there because my competition doesn't like me. But that's where Lizard came from, right? Getting the kind of transparency between digital marketing company and PCO,
Agreed.
right?
Agreed. Because, like I said, you as or us as a PCO, we can't make decisions based off thin air. Like, we have no idea. We need to have the data. So I'll ask my friends, like, okay, so what do you do? Well, nothing. They just say, oh, you got to spend more money. I'm like, bro,
And God bless a PCO whom it does not have the wherewithal to push back and cuts a bigger check, right? For maybe shittier results, right? So for your PCOs, pay attention to those KPIs. If start to inquire with your digital marketing company about these tactics that we're talking about. And if they give you the heebie jeebies, consider October is going to be here in 8 weeks. We're all going to be in Pest World together, right? If you're not getting the answers that you're looking for, find a digital marketing company that's going to give you the answers that you're looking for. Because you can be, this is my mission statement right now. You can be the PCO that's put themselves at the right place at the right time to put some brass knuckles on and step into the ring and slug it out with some of these big boys who have monopolized tools that you used to use to your advantage, right? Local service ads, business profiles, PPC that had bigger budgets than you. You can take advantage of AI right now and swing hard on those guys because they're moving slow. I still have friends in some of the big four. And they talk to me about the one agency that they're working with that's covering these international markets. They're moving slow as shit. You've got a real opportunity. So step into the ring. If you get the heebie-jeebies, you're not getting your answer. It's happening at the perfect time. October's almost here. Your season is closing. You can start fresh
so that's what
and be ready
I
for
just wrote
next
down
season.
that this next question. I'm always taking notes, but my next question would be like, when is the best time to start swapping?
October, man, man. Joel, this is I've got a little bit of hate in my heart for some PCOs right now. We had some PCOs that came to us in May of this year.
Oof, that's
May, and
rough.
started
Yeah.
started from scratch. And they're like, "We know it takes time." And I'm like, "No, I don't think you're going to get pissed." And on month number 1 you're going to be pissed. Month number 2 you're going to be less pissed. Month number 3 hopefully we've gotten you to where we need you to be. Why have you come to me in May? I'm happy you're here. Why are you here? Right? October is when the big four make their adjustments, right?
Because you got to be ready by spring rush.
Yes, yes, you're thinking forward to the next season, right? We've got a bell in our industry, like it or not, right? Some people, like in Florida, they've got a flatter bell. Some people, like where I live, ours is sharp, right? We've got 2 months at the front of the year and 2 months at the back of the year that suck, right? This is why my dad hated Christmas for the longest time. He's like, he would call it National Screw Off Month
For
because it's
real.
Jesus's
I feel
birthday.
the
Okay,
same way.
Santa Claus is coming, right? But my dad would be like bah humbug all December in the office because revenue just disappears, right? So you make your transitions at the beginning of the month of October. Because and some of you are locked into contracts that renew in the spring and the summertime for this very reason. Because they know you can't make a big shift in the spring or summer because you're going to have to start from scratch and it's going to cost you. So God bless you if you, but the right time to do it is in October. I'll take anybody that comes to us and I'm going to make you sign in blood that you understand what you're doing. But October is the right, the right time
And then
to
how
do
long
it.
does it take you usually to get them transitioned over? Built a new website or whatever you guys do. Yeah.
What your digital marketing company needs is money and time. Okay. The standard
Something that
is
none of us
that
have, money or time.
something that none of us have. You all want it right now, right? The reason Eric's got what he's got is because he's given us money and time, right? We're not taking him to the cleaners. My God, Eric, next year's gonna change, buddy.
I
But
talk about price increases all the time.
Eric knows it's coming. But we need money and time. Month 1 always sucks because we are formatting what you've got from a website perspective. We're reteaching Google who you are from a paid search perspective. Month 1 sucks. Month 2 gets better, and it gets progressively better every day. So I don't mean in 30-day blocks at a time. I don't mean it's going to suck for 30 days and then it's going to be a little bit better for the next 30 days and it's finally going to be okay, right? I mean, every day, every conversion that goes by for about 90 days, things get better and better and better and better and better, right? So it's a scale. I was laughing. I get a little hammered with my mentor, my digital marketing mentor, my one of three, well, one of two, but I'm gonna have three before the end of the day. But we go and we'll get tequila from time to time, and we laughed because I was telling him so many clients have come on with me in May, man, and I'm just sweating bullets because I know they're like, no, my expectations are low, but they're lying through their teeth. Their expectations are high. They're gonna hate me in 30 days, they're gonna be like this guy who hedges his bets on PPC, and he's gonna take off and he's gonna hate me. But he laughed. He's like 90 days, probably more like 120, and it's true. The things will get progressively better if you give your digital marketing company money and time. This is why you want to start this activity in October. They can use the off season, which is going to traditionally be slow anyway, to build and set you up for success as soon as that phone rings. Dad would always say the first warm day in March, right?
Absolutely. We call it like Menards days, or I don't know what you guys have down there, but like it's like that one weekend where it's really nice and everyone goes to Home Depot, like Home Depot days.
Yes, they do. Ma'am, the phone's gonna start ringing. But Jonas, I have something to say to you, my friend. Don't be a bah humbug in December, man. Don't be my dad.
That's
Don't be
tough,
that
man.
guy.
It's tough.
Don't do it. Just take a break. It's your month to just like chill and enjoy the rewards of your busy ass year.
You don't know me very well, Matt. I don't have much chill in
No, I'm
me.
getting to know you.
I don't have
I'm
much
getting to
chill
know you.
in
I'm
me.
getting the vibe.
Yeah, I don't have much chill in me. I press hard, but it's fun. We work really hard. We play really hard. Yeah, I can be a bah humbug at times because I just always want to push hard. It's hard to explain. It's just something inside of me. Like there's just fuel inside me that just can't shut off, and I don't know why.
My wife would tell you, I work hard, but I don't play hard enough. So I work until I'm exhausted and like vertical on the couch or horizontal on the couch.
Yeah, I wish I had more hobbies because I don't. Like this is my hobby. This is what I love to do. We
Podcasting,
work, just work in general, whether it's
which feeds
podcasting,
the
maybe.
beast. Yeah.
Yeah,
You need to go collect some comic books. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know,
You
man.
need to. you you need to get involved in your local D&D, right? You need to play some golf. Yeah, I figured you to be a golfer,
Not
actually.
at all. Like, wintertime's fun because my daughter starts wrestling, and then we get to travel for wrestling. So it's like this past weekend she had a wrestling camp, so that's fun. I guess that's my fun these days. I enjoy watching her. I'm gonna end it with one last question because we're running out of time. But uh, I know you have a lot of companies, a lot of different markets, and we kind of talked about it already. But how much different are each market when it comes to marketing?
With our you mean in terms of strategy that has to be
Maybe not
used?
strategy, but like maybe a little bit of strategy, maybe a little bit of strategy, maybe a little bit of conversions, like impressions from market to market, and cost per lead, qualified lead.
Yeah, we're seeing cost per lead, which shouldn't be measuring when cost per qualified leads, which should be, but we're seeing cost per lead as low as in the 40s, right? In some markets that have a lower competition, right? And we're seeing it as high as like 112, 114, right? If we are working with a like a solid, and it's the minority, right? If we're working with a client that's doing all of the digital marketing activities, not some of them. I'll say my favorite client is one that says, I trust you to do the job. What do you need to do in my market, right? How much of my budget, not more of my budget, but how much of my budget do I need to give to each one of these digital marketing activities? Those are my favorite clients, right? When we have clients that are doing that, they are getting the lower cost per qualified lead. When we have clients like my boy that just left, that is hedging all of his bets on PPC, they are not getting good CPLs and they're not happy. And it's because AI has left that place. It's left it like the phone book, man.
Yeah, what can us as PCOs do to help our agencies, marketing agencies?
Press them on AI, right? Adjust your KPIs, press them on the KPIs, right? Press them on their strategies that and how they're wrestling with AI. And if you're getting what you feel like you need, then you're not getting like my boy that came to us yesterday from Florida, right? They're not giving you the heebie-jeebies, and you're ready to go forward with them for another year, right? Then what you need to do, if you feel like you trust them, right? You need to say, okay, here is my budget. This is what I did at Killingsworth. This is what I did at Anticimex. This is what I did with Michael Pinckney here in the Charlotte market. Here is my budget. How do you, the subject matter expert, see in my market this budget needs to be divided like a piece of pie to have the most amount of conversions for the least amount of conversion cost, right? That is a recipe for success. You've got to have trust there. Don't do it without
Yeah,
trust.
and what else can we do to help you guys out?
To help us digital marketers out,
Yeah, like us as a PCO or operator, what can we do to help you guys out?
educate yourself right now. Spend time with chat will help you. Gemini will help you. All these tools out there will help you. You can check me, right? Educate yourself on how digital marketing is changing because of AI. That way, you not only are you bringing yourself up to speed and you've committed yourself to a growth mindset, not a stagnant old school PCO mindset, right? But you are having informed and educated conversations with your digital marketing company that's hopefully meeting you there and helping you hit your goals. Because the truth is, your digital marketing company is the first piece of the puzzle for explosive growth in your company. The second piece of the puzzle is your sales team. The third piece of the puzzle is your operations. And then finally, finances at the back of the house. If those four things are humming along, you are going to take off, right? So have trust, educate yourself, and talk to your digital marketing company about these things. And if they're giving you the heebie-jeebies, fucking switch gears. In October, do the thing, man. Pull the parachute and set yourself up for success next year, because it's only going to get worse. It's not going to get better.
Awesome. Well, Matt Rogers, you're a machine. I love it. Thanks for being here today. And where can we find? I know a lot of people follow you, but where can we find you at? Where's the best platform to watch you?
Hit me up. Hit us up. I got a link tree on my personal. I got a link tree on the Lizard. Hit lizardmarketing.co. Hit us up on LinkedIn. Find us. Talk to us. We'll talk to you anywhere. We'll do all the things. We'll see you in October. I'll see you in the
Awesome.
frat house
You
in
will.
October.
You're a stud. Appreciate you.
Thanks, man.
See you. Hey guys, thanks for listening to another episode of Pest Control Millionaire. We don't charge any money for the show, but the podcast isn't free. Please like and subscribe and give us a 5-star review in your favorite podcast app. This makes a huge difference for us. If you have any specific questions about your business or your personal life that you'd like answered by me or any of my podcast guests, please send an email to info@pestcontrolmillionaire.com. And if you want to get in touch with me about our marketing class, we do a live version every Thursday night. Check out our website at pestcontrolmillionaires.com. Thank you guys for listening. I'll see you guys in the next one.